Welcome workouters and high intensity interval training boot campers. You've just reached level 3 for your core workout. You could also call this a core challenge. We're going straight in, no warm up. So if you do need a warm up, just run on the spot a little bit, do some jumping jacks, get on a bike, treadmill, whatever is available to you. And here we go, straight away, starting with the plank. And then stepping forward into lunge and stepping backwards. You're stepping outside of your hands. And I do like to use my head and look in the direction of my knee or foot, also to make sure I'm not stepping on my little pinky finger. So this is kind of easy, getting your core in the right mood. We want to be working on our stability, core stability, center stability. You can stay right on the floor. If you need a break for your shoulders, as always, you can press pause. Otherwise, get into your elbow plank, elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms parallel. You know the drill. And this elbow plank is static. So simply push your heels back, the crown of your head forward, have a long neck, and now suck your belly bottom in, straight long line, working on your six-pack here, core strength. And core strength allows you to be better with your kickboxing and also with your athletic work, because we need a strong core for the balance poses, for getting strong in our center. As you know, all the kickboxing goes right from the center out and in. We're staying on our elbows. If you can, continue simply on your elbows with hip dips. If you need a break for your shoulders, hit pause. And there we go. We're basically pivoting our heels from side to side. And now, maybe you notice a difference. We've come so far, we've come to level 3. Maybe you're noticing a difference from the very beginning. Maybe you can go further, or it is easier, or the movement just feels more natural to you. And this is the progression that I would love you to have, I would like you to have, I wish you have, that the exercises become easier to you, that you need less pause, and that you feel toned and strong, and that the exercise is also at some point kind of fun to you. A little bit of stretching because I am so nice to you. So we're simply stretching our legs a little bit and also warming up our spine. So you come down into temple pose, pressing the elbows against the inside of your knees. If you want to, you can even add a little bit of a rotation here with the spine, and then come into wide straddle, bend forward into tabletop. Arms can go either side or front, as you like it. I always like using the arms for working on the upper back, so that would be the arms forward. But if that's not something that you want to do, or you've worked your arms, otherwise you've had an arm day maybe this week, then you don't need to worry too much about working your upper back. Always good to have an arm day to get some pulse in, even if you're working on these full body workouts, because we have no equipment, so we need to get a little bit of pulling, some rowing into our training program. Now, the version number 2, the advanced version of the plank step, is the plank jump. So we're starting in low lunge position, left foot outside of your hand, and then jump and switch in the air. So the secret here is to get your hips up so you have space for switching your legs. Now what I would like you to try is to jump forward next to your hands with the front foot. It's so easy to just go halfway, but go all the way into a proper lunge, really moving your foot as far forward as you can. Great one. There's lots of planks here, and of course you can pause this if you need a break. Plank jacks. This is combining cardio and core strength work. So here you need a lot of core control to keep your body stable in the middle, sizzling your six-pack here. So the legs go out and in. This is for your fat burn. Another arm movement is for your strength. We're also working on shoulder strength here, but also the deep core muscle. So lifting the elbow, lifting the hand all the way to the shoulder. Come on, keep going. If the jumping is too much for you, you can also just stay in an open plank, feet are open, and just do the arms. If you do that, then maybe go a little bit faster with the arms and lift, alternate. Wonderful. Now, I suppose you do need to take a break here, maybe a sip of water, roll the shoulders. And now we go into plank jacks, arm lifts front. So same movement for the legs go out and in, same cardio, same fat burn. Looking for the calorie quencher here, and the arms go forward this time. Lift the arms as high as you can, really no halfway here. Focus on the arms go as high up as you can. And just as before, if legs are too much for you, just stay in an open plank position and just do the arms. I'm happy with that, just do the arms. Just keep working on the core strength and the shoulder strength. We need this. Great one. And also just the whole kickboxing and punching looks better when you have sizzled and toned shoulders. Come into side plank on the left hand, come into T position, so the right hand facing to the sky. Then grab your lower calf, shifting your hips up. And come back into the T stand on the side. I'm having the upper foot in front and the lower foot in the back. And when you're grabbing your calf, you're basically shifting your whole body into an inverse V position. And it actually looks harder than it is. If you're pressing into your hand, stability in the shoulder, the hips come up quite naturally. Try it. You can go for it. Hey, come on, you're level 3, so you can do this easily. And relax, breathe it out. We're changing to the other side. Side plank on the right side. You don't need a break here. So simply come into T-stand, upper foot in front, lower foot in the back, and then grabbing the bottom calf, or maybe even ankle. You can figure it out. Test and try. Maybe you have a little bit longer arms than I have, and you can even reach your ankle. You know, everybody is different. Every body is different. So you just do what feels great for you. Maybe just reaching the knee. That's totally fine. Just pressing into the hand, pressing into the shoulder, engaging your oblique belly muscles here, working on our six-pack. Fantastic. All right, let's come up a little bit. I am going to release your shoulders and wrists a bit. We're coming into flying lunges. Great for cardio, great coordination. So what I'm doing here, I'm doing 2 jumps, swing the arms forward and back, and then jump into a high flying lunge with the arms opening up. You have to test and try this a little bit. We've been doing this in the athletic work, so please give it a try. You can also just do a mid-height or low-height jump. You can do more pulses if you need to, bouncing on the spot. But figure out the arm movement. Arm is swinging front and back, and then the arms are opening front and back into a sprinter position. And once you have it, it's so much fun, it's so enjoyable, and you really feel like flying at some point because the lifting of the legs is a great thing to do. There you go. We'll be coming back to this, but first, plank reps. And our plank reps are single-sided again. We're starting on the left elbow on the ground, forearm flat on the floor, and this time we're not coming into inverse V, we're simply wrapping the upper body around the chest. And as you can see, this is working on the rotation of the chest, on the diagonal six-pack muscles, diagonal core strength. So really try to go as far as you can with the hand, wrap it around your body as if you would want to reach behind you, below your chest. Keep your hips up, Stay strong in your shoulder, pushing the elbow into the ground. Don't sag here in the shoulder, last seconds. Great one. Simply turn around, other side. Right elbow is on the ground, left elbow in the sky. And there we go, 45 seconds. Give it your best, same as on the other side. This core workout also gives you better agility, because if we control our core, it's much easier to change direction. That's what we're doing in our athletic work, moving in space, front and back and sideways. That's what we're needing our core for. Also, your balance becomes so much better. So wrap the arm around you, try to grab something that's behind you. Keep your hips up and press your elbow deep into the ground. Perfect. Plank to V. This time we're doing everything symmetric in parallel. So standard plank, that's hands underneath your shoulders and your hips shoulder height. Then start by pressing back and up into an inverse V position, or down dog if you like so. Then first come onto your toe mounts and roll it forward, engaging your core. So you do really want to suck your navel in, pull it from the core up and over, and then land like an eagle in your plank position. You really need to feel this from within, that you're rolling forward. So the navel comes in as much as possible. If you want to use the breath, you can inhale pushing backwards and then exhale rolling forward. Inhale pushing backwards and exhale rolling forward. Yes, wonderful. Okay, releasing your shoulders a little. This is basically like a relaxation for your elbows and your shoulders. Cross jacks, as much as it is a fat burn and a cardio workout. So open and close your legs, front and back. As always, be aware of your knees. So rather have the weight on the outside of your heel, outside of your feet, and outside of your knees, so your knees don't collapse in. And the arms are crossing up and under. Hands flexed if you can, but you don't need to. Use full range of motions, arm go front and back as much as possible. Great. Keep the chest up, keep the chin up, keep the gaze up. Enjoy these 5 last seconds here. And there you go, 10 seconds of rest, or if you need to, have a little bit of a break before we're going into standard burpees. No tucks, no push-ups, just the burpee. Start with jumping up, come down, plank, jump forward, jump up. That's it. No tuck, no push-up, although if you need to, you can do it. If you want to, you can do it. Maybe one tuck, maybe one push-up. That's up to you. You have time to play. So use your legs, really land softly into a low squat so you can put your hands straight away back on the ground, jumping backwards. And be very quick, be elastic, rebound quickly. When you jump back, jump forward straight away and jump up. Yeah, great one. You just got 5 more seconds to go. That's at least 1 more burpee. And there we go. All right, I told you this is my favorite kick. And that's the reason why we're gonna have it. We can't have a core training without my beloved roundhouse kicks. So we're starting on the left leg, right leg is kicking. So take your balance, core muscles engage, pulling the right hip up, and now kick it to the side. Foot is point, keep your arms in. And now shoot the leg out and in. You're leaning your upper body sideways. And now really side crunch. So you're pulling your right hip towards your right shoulder. You're crunching your whole right side, working on your side abs. And the leg is just an accessory. A fun one, but an accessory. Best accessory ever. Changing to the other side. Make it a little bit of a run, bounce, shake it. Relax your shoulders, and here we come. Right side is standing leg, left leg is kicking. So you're switching on the right, leaning over to the right hand side. Now pull your left shoulder and your left hip together. This is a side crunch. So we're crunching the whole left side together. And now kick the left leg as high as you can. We've not done much stretching. So be gentle with your adductors and your hamstrings. Maybe kick only mid-height. Focus here is on really crunching the whole left side. Really crunch the whole left side. Pick your left hip up, pick it up. You can get a few more in. 3, 2, 1. It's over yet, but hey, we have one last exercise, push-up. And push-ups are full body exercise, of course, mostly for the front of the body, so for the chest, your core, but also for your hip stability, because we need to be very, very stable. So starting on your feet, elbows wide, fingertips looking towards each other, making a little triangular shape. And then bend those elbows, come down with your chest as low as you can. You're halfway through now. If you need to lower your knees down, of course you can. All I would like you to do is brace your core, work on your core strengths. We're doing stability training, we're working on our six-pack. It helps you to gain more core control, to jump better, and to be more agile. There you go. So after the push-ups, what better to do than to chest stretch? And your favorite variation of your chest stretch, so you can simply start by lifting the chest, opening the arms to the sides, pulling the thumbs backwards, and maybe releasing the head left and right or front and back. If you want to go further, you can interlace your hands behind the chest, then pull your shoulder blades together even more in both positions. Hands interlaced or opened, and then bring those hands as far behind your body as you can. Very important stretch. Now make sure you lift your chest, lift your gaze, lift your chin, stand proud and tall, standing strong. Great one. All right, let's get into a side stretch. We've been side crunching so much, side planking, side crunching, wrapping and twisting. So let's breathe deeply. Breathe into the belly, slow down your breathing rhythm, and just stretch it out to the sides. You don't need to make fist with your hand. You can just relax your hands, reaching up and over, crossing the leg behind to stretch your outer hip a little bit more. Bring your spine into a C shape that includes the whole spine from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Yes, breathe it out, breathe deeply. You did it! Great core workout. I hope you liked it. I know, a little bit of a challenge. Bit of a challenge here, but that's what we're here for. We always need to push a little bit so we get stronger. All right, bicep stretch. And then we reward it with just feeling more alive, more powerful, more energetic, having more ease in our bodies and be more active. Just getting off the couch and get out and do whatever you like in nature or wherever you like to spend your time in an active way. Change hand, pushing the left hand forward and engaging the triceps here a little bit. Don't pull too much on your hand. We've been stressing our wrists a little bit with all these planks. Tricep stretch, and I like to combine this with a side stretch, as you know. So figure out your way of tricep stretch, either just placing the right hand between your shoulder blades, or of course you can grab the hand from below with the other hand. You can side bend to include your rib cage. There's muscles in between your ribs as well that needs stretching every now and then, deep inhale and deep exhale, side bending, maybe even crossing the leg behind. And we're finishing up with some stretching here as always. As you know, I do not only like you to get stronger, I also like to work on your flexibility, on your mobility. And like I was saying last time, when we create more flexibility, more mobility, more possibilities in our bodies, we also create those psychologically. We open our mind to becoming more flexible. And so with this said, we're enjoying a nice tricep stretch on the left side as you like it, either placing the left hand between the shoulder blades or grabbing it from below. And as we always repeat the same stretches, I invite you to explore them, to add twists and turns and bends, maybe even a little bit of a back bend here. How about a little bit of a back bend? All right, let's move on to the legs. Quad stretch, grabbing your right ankle, thighs are parallel. And if this is too boring for you, you can of course always go down in a lunge position, put the right knee down and then grab the right foot or ankle and just combine the quad stretch with a hip flexor stretch. This is more intense. Or for those familiar with the paradise bird of paradise, or is it the dancer's position? I think I'm losing myself here. Just ignore what I was saying. Change to the other side. What I actually wanted you to do was to stay standing, but lifting the knee backwards, like coming into a standing back bend. But I think that was a little bit too wild. Sometimes I'm getting ahead of myself here. We're gonna do that for another series. We're gonna do some crazy acrobatic yoga poses just for the fun of it, I think. Last one, hamstring stretch, forward fold. And forward folds are great for calming down your nervous system. So, big tip, in the evening, if you're about to go to bed, you want to wind down, and if you're kind of agitated and you don't know what to do, then try a forward fold and just hang in there. You can do this standing, you can even do this sitting, and just breathe deeply, nose towards the knees, and release. Think release, and the pose will do the rest. The stretch will release the whole back line, activating the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system responsible for sleep and digestion. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was your core challenge, core level 3, workout number 19, and see you all next time.